Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips for how to create a backyard oasis. If you've been trying to create your own outdoor relaxing retreat, this video is for you. We're going to start off by talking about how to find inspiration for your backyard, and then we'll jump into some low maintenance ideas for your backyard oasis. And then finally, I'll share with you some ideas for how to create some multifunctional spaces in your backyard. Let's get started. Number 1 is finding your inspiration. So before you start going shopping or planting or anything like that, take time to imagine what this relaxing retreat looks like for you, because everyone's idea of relaxing is a little bit different. Some people love to hear the water trickling from a fountain or a little koi pond. Some people do not want to hear that at all. Some people want to have sort of like a soft jazz playing in the background while they sit and they read. So think about what a relaxing retreat would be for you. If you really aren't sure, think about some of the places that you go outside, whether it's a park or, by a lake, or you're out camping. And when you feel really good in that space, notice the things that are around that space. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? Is it, are you hearing wind chimes in the background? Or are you just hearing the rustling of branches and trees? Are you hearing the birds chirping? Think about things like that, because you can then go back and incorporate certain things into your backyard that's going to bring those things to you in your new outdoor retreat. Then think about the styles that you like. Do you like tropical, desert, boho, modern minimalist, coastal? These are all styles that you have the ability to work outdoors just as well as you can work them indoors. So start to think of what style you really like. What do you gravitate towards? And then finally, think about the purpose of your outdoor spaces. What do you want to be able to do in them? Do you want a place where you can read? Do you want a place where you can swim and splash in some water? Do you want to garden? Do you want to just entertain or to sunbathe or have family time? What is it that you want to be able to do in your backyard oasis? So once you start to gather these ideas together, then you can move on to the next step. Use things like Pinterest and Instagram to get even more inspiration from others. Save them to boards, and so that you can easily reference them later on when you are starting to plan your outdoor space. Number 2 is to choose low maintenance options. One of the biggest problems that people have with outdoor spaces is maintaining them. You have to cut the grass, you have to trim the hedges, you need to weed your flower beds. You may have to power wash your patio or Scotch guard your furniture, or, even, maintain your pool or your bird baths and things like that. It can be a lot of maintenance depending upon what you choose to put in your space. So the best way to help you maintain your backyard oasis and your retreat long term is to choose low maintenance options where you can, because you don't want to have your outdoor space become a chore. The whole idea is that you have a space where you can retreat to and relax in. And if that space is a mess, or every time you go out there, the weeds are overrun and your plants are overflowing their pots, and it's just not a pretty space or a comfortable space for you to be in, you won't use it. So look for some low maintenance options. Here are a few that you can choose from. Use polypropylene outdoor rugs. These are rugs that are made of a plastic woven material. They are made to be outside. They can be power washed or pressure washed really easily. Do not try to use an indoor sort of carpet or rug outdoors. Use one that's made for the elements outside, that is meant to be washed and sprayed down. This makes it easy to maintain. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of trouble maintaining that rug, between whether you have to Scotch guard it to protect it from the sun, or you're trying to figure out how to deep clean this rug at the start of every season. When you get that outdoor rug, it's made for those elements. It's made to withstand the sun and the water. It will dry quickly, it will wash up easily, so definitely go for one of the outdoor rugs. The next low maintenance idea is to use solar string lights or solar lanterns. This is going to prevent you from having to figure out a wiring configuration. You won't have to be running extension cords or figure out where your outdoor outlets are if you go with solar. So while these are slightly more expensive, this is for sure the best option for a low maintenance outdoor oasis. Go for ones that have a dusk till dawn timer if possible. So ones that just kind of are triggered by the level of light. So some have timers, some are just triggered by the level of light. Either way, you want something that's a hands-free option, one that you don't have to turn on and turn off. It's just going to do so automatically. And the solar lanterns and the solar string lights are the way to go here. Next is to choose resin or powder coated furniture. So resin being plastic, those like plastic rattan patio sets are a great durable option, especially if you have your furniture out in direct sunlight. Another option, if you want to go for like a metal set, is to make sure that your metal patio set or lounge set is powder coated so that it will withstand the elements. Wood furniture outside does require a little bit more maintenance. So if you have a wood picnic table or dining set or wood porch swing, know that you're probably going to have to make sure that you're sealing that on a regular basis so that it really will weather well over time. Because even though lots of things are, weather coated in the beginning, that does wear off over time. So think about possibly going with some resin furniture, or even, the patio furniture that's a metal frame, but it's wrapped in like a resin rattan or a plastic rattan, or something that is powder coated. These will stand up much longer in the elements than wood furniture. Another low maintenance decor idea is to incorporate weather resistant storage benches or deck boxes. Use these to store your outdoor patio cushions and blankets, pillows, anything like that that you're using with your furniture that needs to be stored away from time to time. If you have a big storm coming, or if you are just going to be away for a while or the season has ended, look for these nice water sealed deck boxes to store your things away. You can also use these to store away toys or gardening tools to keep them out of sight and organized. Potted plants are another great low maintenance idea. You do not have to get on your hands and knees and dig into soil or worry about maintaining a certain level of soil quality if you're just using pots. Now, there are a lot of ways to go about potted plants, or even raised planter beds as another great option. But either way you do it, whether you get the long sort of vertical green stalk, tower pots where you can do lots of herbs or vegetables, or you just go ahead and do like a regular raised garden bed that you have some flowers in. You can do hanging pots, you can do larger ones that sit on the ground and have some artificial trees put in them, or real trees. Either way, go for potted plants as opposed to digging into the soil if you want a low maintenance situation. So let's say you love flowers, or you love the idea of clipping some fresh herbs, but you are not a hands in the soil sort of person. You can still do this with potted plants. They're easy to move around if you need to reconfigure your space as well. If you are really not a gardening person and you prefer more of a desert xeriscape sort of situation in your backyard, think about using gravel paths and rock gardens as your decor. These are, of course, a zero maintenance option. The only real maintenance that you're going to run into with gravel is if you have like that pea gravel that keeps moving around, but there are solutions for that. There's like a spray glue that you can give it a coating to, and it will kind of keep everything in its place and lightly clustered together. as opposed to having to continuously, sweep gravel back into place on a path. But a rock garden is a really great option. Look for some nice, boulders or other outdoor sculptures to accompany your rock garden to give it a lot of visual interest, and you'll have a beautiful low maintenance option for your flower bed areas. And last but not least, go for drought tolerant plants. So if you are planting in your backyard, go for things that can withstand little water. So that if you forget, or if you are in a season of life where you just don't have the time to be outdoors maintaining your backyard oasis, things aren't just going to die on you. Some drought resistant plants are lavender, sedum, and some of the ornamental grasses are very hardy as well. These will all thrive with minimal care and are perfect for achieving a lush look in your backyard oasis, especially if you are in a hot or dry climate. Number 3 is to create multifunctional spaces. Your backyard should work as hard as you do. Even small spaces can serve more than one purpose when they're styled with intention. Layering zones for lounging and dining and playing all adds depth and flexibility to your space. This allows you and other members of your family who may have different needs for their outdoor space to all enjoy the same area. So if you have kids and that like to play around, but you really are aiming for a place to lounge and read a book, you can create a multifunctional space where both of those things are possible. Here are some ideas for multifunctional outdoor spaces. Number 1 is a dining nook that doubles as a workspace. Add a weather-friendly dining table and chairs along with an umbrella or sail shade to create a space that works for both meals and mobile work days. So if you want to eat and have your breakfast outside and then go ahead and bring your laptop outside and work out in the sunshine, you can do that if you have a nice little nook set up for yourself. If you like to entertain in your backyard, use built-in bench seating around the perimeter of your yard so that you have additional seating when you have extra people over, but it's also not cluttering your space. And so when we say built-in seating, you can use things like benches with planter boxes on the sides of them. I have one of these on my patio that is from Sunny Days Decor, and I absolutely love it. I will link it down below. But having these benches either along the side of your home or along the fence line will help give you more seating space and keep your open areas uncluttered, so that if you have kids that still like to throw around the football, you don't have to worry about having different groupings of furniture eating up your outdoor space, whether it's on your lawn or maybe on your patio itself. If you need that space to move around and you like to maybe play badminton in the backyard, or you like to set up a swimming pool in the summer and you need that outdoor space, consider utilizing more of a perimeter bench seating formula so that you can have a place for everyone to sit. Just push it to the perimeter so that you have a multifunctional space. A play area with convertible features is another great way to get the most out of your outdoor space. So there are lots of new water table, sand table, picnic table combinations out right now, as well as sandboxes that also have canopies on them, and they have a chalkboard backing so that your kids can do a lot of different activities within the same space. These types of multifunctional pieces are really great for a backyard that you are sharing with lots of different family members of different ages that may want to do different things. You don't want to necessarily have a space that's only catered to 1 or 2 members of the family. By having these multifunctional pieces, especially play pieces for kids, you can let them have their zone and you can have your zone as well to do the things that you'd like to do. A bar cart is also a great addition to your outdoor space. An outdoor bar cart can double as a plant stand, a planting or gardening station, as well as a drink station. You can also use it as a food prep surface. You can kind of wheel it over to your grill and use that to help you as you are cooking outdoors. It's really great to have one on wheels that can just move around really easily and be this multifunctional piece for your backyard oasis. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Those are 3 tips for going about creating a backyard oasis of your very own. Don't forget to visit me at DianeDecor.com. I post all about home decorating ideas and inspiration over there. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.